Welcome to Jewish Journeys. I'm Rabbi David. The Torah reading is the highlight of any Jewish worship service, especially on Shabbat mornings. And being able to participate in the Torah service is a unique and wonderful honor. There are a number of different ways that you can participate in this service, having an aliyah, lifting or wrapping the Torah, or carrying the Torah around the sanctuary. Along with these honors, there have been a number of traditions and customs that have been handed down throughout the ages, and sometimes these can seem a bit daunting. Well, together on this DVD, we're going to learn how you can have an aliyah or one of the other honors associated with the Torah service. We'll walk through each honor step by step, enabling you to be a part of an ancient tradition that connects you to Jews all over the world. Why don't we head up to the bimah and we'll get started. When you come up for your aliyah, the first question is, how do I get to the bimah? The bimah is the raised platform at the front of the sanctuary from which the Torah is read and much of the service is led. Here at Temple Beth Abraham, we read our Torah on the left-hand side of the bimah as we face the congregation. There's a tradition in Judaism that we always approach Torah from the shortest route possible. And so we ask all of our honorees to ascend the bimah from the left-hand side. When you come up, the Torah will be on the table, and it will be time for you to begin your aliyah. When you approach the amud, the table from which the Torah is read, you'll see the Torah laid out in front of you. A Torah scroll is written on special parchment with a special ink and a unique quill pen. Because it's written in such a detailed and special way, all by hand, we do our best not to touch the letters of the scroll. We wouldn't want the oils from our fingers to come in contact with the special chemicals that are used on the parchment, which may cause the letters to crack or to smudge. And so we use a yad, a pointer, like this one. The person reading the Torah will follow along with each word with their yad, their pointer. When you come up for your aliyah, one of the first things that will happen is that the gabbai, one of the two people that watch over the Torah reading to correct any mistakes that might be made, will ask for your Hebrew name. It's important to remember that your Hebrew name is not just your first name, but it's your first Hebrew name, ben or bat, son or daughter of, your father and your mother's first Hebrew names. So for example, in my case, I am David, ben Yisrael v'Freda. David, son of Israel and Freda. They'll ask you for your Hebrew name. After you tell it to them, you will be formally called to the Torah and ready to begin with the blessings. There are 5 easy steps to remember when having an aliyah. Touch, kiss, roll, hold, pray. It's that simple. The person who's reading the Torah will point out the place where this reading begins. You'll take your talit, just a corner is fine, or the chagurah, the belt that wraps the Torah. You'll touch the spot where the Torah reader shows you, give it a little kiss, hold on to the rollers, roll them together, and then begin the blessing. Touch, kiss, roll, hold, pray. It's that simple. While you're holding the Atzei Chaim, the holders at the bottom of the Torah, we begin with the blessings before the reading. Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach. After which the congregation will respond, and then you'll repeat. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch ata Adonai, noten haTorah. Hold on to the left-hand side of the Torah scroll while the Torah reader reads the selection from the scroll. You can follow along as they'll be using their yad to follow with each word. After they've completed with the reading, they'll again show you the spot where they ended. You'll touch, kiss, roll, hold, pray, the final blessing after the Torah reading. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam nata bitochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah. After you've had your aliyah, don't be so quick to run away. We want to stay as close to Torah as much as we can. Just like we came up to the bima from the shortest route possible, we stay at the bima, and specifically at the amud, the table from which the Torah is being read, after we have our aliyah. Here at Temple Beth Abraham, we'll ask you to come over to the opposite side of the amud and stand next to one of our gabbais, one of our gabbaim, the people who check the Torah reading. We'll ask you to stay here while the next person has their honor. After they've had their honor, we'll wish you a yishar koach, a job well done, and invite you to leave from the far side of the bima. Again, coming close to Torah quickly, but leaving not so quickly. Also on the other side of the bima, we have some officers from our temple that would like to wish you a yishar koach, a job well done, and a mazel tov, a congratulations. And there you have it. You've had an aliyah. It's really not that difficult. Just remember those 5 simple steps. Touch, kiss, roll, hold, and pray. Yishar koach. More strength to you. Seeing the Torah scroll up close is a unique and wonderful opportunity. But even for those in our congregation who don't get to come up and have an aliyah, we want to afford them the opportunity to see the letters, the words, the text that was just read from the Torah scroll. And so at the conclusion of the Torah reading, we do something called Hagbah. Hagbah comes from the word gavoa, which means tall, and so Hagbah means to make tall. And we make our Torah scroll tall by lifting it and allowing everybody in the congregation to see what was just read. A couple hints when you're doing Hagbah. First of all, don't be afraid of the Torah. It's been around for thousands of years. We want to give reverence to it, and we want to be careful with it, but we shouldn't be afraid of it. So hold on tight to the 2 bottom atzei chayim, the bottom holders, and you want to unroll the Torah scroll to about 3 columns. We want to show the congregation at least 3 columns of text. Pull it back over the edge of the amud, the edge of the table, and push down, using the edge of the table as a fulcrum. When you push down, get under the Torah and lift it up, and then turn it around so that everybody in the congregation can see the words in the scroll. After you've finished lifting the Torah, you'll come back and sit in a chair. In our temple it's behind us, in other temples it's off to the side, designated especially for the lifter of the Torah. After Hagbah, the person holding the Torah will sit down in the center seat here on the bima. If you're doing Galila, the first step is to grasp the 2 holders at the top and roll the Torah together tightly. After that, you'll be handed the chagurah, the belt. Wrap it around the Torah and connect it in the front using the Velcro or the clip, whatever is attached to the chagurah. After that, you'll grab the cover to the Torah and place it over the top, making sure that the 2 atzei chayim, the 2 holders, come through the top. Someone will come over and take the Torah and set it aside for the haftarah. La'asok b'divrei Torah, la'asok b'divrei Torah, hafoch ba. Both before and after the Torah reading, we process around the congregation with the Torah scroll, allowing congregants to touch and kiss the Torah and express their undying attachment to this most sacred of scrolls. When you're carrying the Torah, there are just a couple things to bear in mind. When you come up to the ark before the Torah service, somebody will hand the Torah to you and most likely will place it on your right shoulder. We hold the Torah scroll on our right shoulder. Tradition teaches us that there's a connection between the right-hand side and wisdom, And so we hold the ultimate source of our wisdom, our Torah scroll, on our right-hand shoulder. When you're holding the Torah, you want to reach your right arm all the way around the scroll, grasping the wood holders at the bottom of the scroll. This will free up your left hand to hold a siddur or to hold on to the Torah as well. When you're walking around the congregation, every synagogue has different traditions. Here at Temple Beth Abraham, we walk down the middle aisle, and then before we read Torah, we walk around to the left, and after we read Torah, we walk around to the right. Just as we approach Torah from the shortest route possible, in our case from the left, so too before we read Torah, we come up to the bimah carrying the Torah from the left. And just as we descend from the bimah from the longest route, in our case the right, when we're preparing to put our Torah back into the ark, we walk around and ascend the bimah from the right.